I'm going to be trapped in this gym until I lift 1 million pounds.
Stop. Let's rewind this back a bit. Not long ago, Will Tennyson did the unthinkable. He was trapped in the gym until he lifted 1 million pounds, which he did in under 2 days. And when it was all said and done, he challenged other gym influencers.
I am going to challenge some of my reckless friends. Jesse, Stan, 1 million pounds, you're up next. Let's see you guys do it.
The comment section was blowing up. People wanted to see this, but in the end, no one showed up. So let me get this straight. The influencers with millions of followers, with the perfect physique and the perfect film crew, didn't want to attempt this challenge. Yet me, with a whopping 184 subscribers, filming on my phone at a towering 5'8" physique, and somehow I'm the idiot willing to attempt to lift approximately 3,846 Dwayne "The Rock" Johnsons? Well, challenge accepted. Walking into the gym, I knew I had to complete 3 things. 1, find a place to sleep. 2, find a place to store my items. And 3, find all the AED locations, just in case. Now this gym is absolutely enormous, so I knew finding a place to sleep tonight was going to be pretty easy, but there are so many different areas to choose from.
So I definitely know for a fact I'm not going to sleep in that group fitness room, because that's also where they do Zumba. And last thing I need to have is while I'm sleeping, someone does the Irish jig on me.
And after searching for a bit, I found their relax and recovery area, which was going to be the perfect place to stay tonight.
This is actually not going to be a bad spot at all tonight, because my number one worry was the lights being in my eyes, and to see that it won't be there, I'm actually pretty excited. Not only that, but I'm going to be able to watch some TV tonight too, so I actually might be in the clear for having a good night's rest. Time to go work out. I will see this section tonight.
So I went to the locker room to lock my luggage away, said a quick prayer before my death sentence, and now it was time to attempt the challenge.
Now before starting this video, I came up with a plan with the last 2 brain cells I have to start off with legs for the first half of the workout, and then second half of the workout is going to be a pull first and then a push. Now Will decided to not count the machine as weight, but if I was to load 45s on a bar, that's not 90 pounds. That's 135 pounds. So this leg press right here, I'm actually doing 570 pounds.
So this is how the challenge works. Every rep is weight being lifted. For example, 570 pounds times 10 reps equals 5,700 pounds being lifted.
This is either going to get me to the 1,000,000 pounds the fastest or experience rhabdo.
Now, in case I blacked out and had memory loss during this challenge, I made sure to calculate the weight I was lifting and also document them in my notes.
Now, before I do trap bar deadlift, I think this is the perfect time to bring out the straps, because the last thing I need to do is absolutely Freddy Krueger my hands. And you want to treat the trap bar like a trap house. You got to always carry the straps.
Now throughout this video, I had to keep the weight between 60 to 65% of my max because I knew I was playing the marathon game here.
Right now my rest time is about 1.5 minutes. But now that I'm getting in these later sets, 1.5 minutes is starting to slowly turn into 3 minutes. But according to some women, 3 minutes is not long enough.
Although the straps were a huge help, I needed to move on to another leg exercise so I can save my grip strength for the pull section.
I think the hardest part about obliterating your legs is the next day, the feeling of how sore your triceps are. And I do mean triceps hurting the next day, because my legs don't work. So in order to take a dump, I'm going to have to hold myself up using my arms. And then once my triceps give out, that's when you just start trust falling into the toilet.
Now, I thought doing leg extensions was going to be a good idea, but I didn't lift near as much weight as I thought I was going to do, and also my legs got more stiff than the sock I used when I was in middle school. So I moved on and started doing laying leg curls, which I only did 1 set of this because, well, yeah.
So after getting back shots from the laying hamstring machine, I think it's safe to say we're going to go with seated hamstring. This machine is the hoist machine, and I'm not really a big fan of it, so I'm just going to can hoist my legs up here and do 10 sets of 15 of seated hamstring curls.
Although I don't like this machine, I was able to do 26,700 pounds, and I actually felt like I could do even more weight, but I was going to have to save that for the next day. But right after, I decided to do the standing calf raises, which actually, to a surprise, was one of my worst leg exercises.
The only sucky part about this machine is I feel it more in my toes, which no girl has ever said to me.
At this point of the challenge, my energy was down the drain, my legs felt like a wet noodle, and I still had 2 more exercises to go. So I decided to take a little break.
I actually skipped hack squat and lunges so far because of how tapped out I am. So smartest play to do right here, which nothing about this challenge is screaming smart. If anything, it's screaming ridiculous. The smartest thing to do right now is to take a little breather, eat something now, but nothing too heavy. I'm gonna eat some beef jerky and some salty nuts.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know why I recorded this section. I was just kind of yapping my head off, and to be honest, I don't even remember what I said in this video. But anyways, back to destroying myself.
I'm about to do the lunges now, and if we do 135 for 15 reps on both legs, that's 30 reps, and then multiply that by 10 sets, that's 40,500 pounds.
And although this sounded like a great idea, I was soon going to pay the consequences the next day.
Well, I thought my legs were fine. I just finished up set number 4, and now I know what it feels like to feel like Bambi when she came out the womb. Just finished up the last set, and this easily took me 25 minutes to do. I am so gassed, and we're about to go do hack squat. Now, I know this isn't the hack squat everyone's thinking. This is the linear hack squat. And I don't know about other gyms with linear hack squats. It's already starting off at 90 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. I think knowing having to do this tomorrow is starting to weigh on me mentally.
And even though it weighed on me mentally, I was so excited that this was the last leg exercise, or so I would think.
This is what I'm talking about right here. Legs give out, and your arms are just holding you up. I'm telling you, those triceps come in handy right here. They're playing Celebration right now, and it's not a more perfect time. I just finished up 251,370 pounds. Any extra weight over 250,000 is absolutely amazing. To start off this lovely pull session now, we're gonna start off with rows. And I'm gonna be strapped down to Mrs. Rose here, and I'm gonna lift her big ass up for 15 reps, 10 sets. And Will, if you're watching this, that exit sign is calling my name right now, but I will not see the outside world until I lift this 1,000,000 pounds.
Now, don't get me wrong, any pull exercise I love, and I know I can do some serious weight when pulling, but the problem is the next day I knew for a fact my legs were going to deteriorate, so I decided to leave some gas in the tank to make up for it.
I think I can do some serious damage with this, and that's good old shrugs, or what I like to call I don't knows.
Now, because my neck is built like a chode, I decided to put an extra plate on each side for the remaining 10 sets.
And I think the reason I can do a little more weight when doing some I don't knows is probably because when I was younger, I crashed a four-wheeler into the garage, and when my parents asked who did it, I simply looked at them and just said, I don't know. And because I'm the baby boy, of course it wasn't me. It was always my older brother.
And Tanner, if you're watching this, sorry, not sorry.
I guess all those years of saying I don't know really paid off, because I was able to do 40,000 pounds of shrugs. That's really going to be a big one come day 2 of this.
Now, doing 10 sets of 15 of this exercise, I was really hoping to look like the guy that just walked by me, but instead, I still look like Forky from Toy Story. Now, like every gym person in the world, I had to end the back day by doing bicep curls.
So Will, you were no doubt right about that. I ran into the same pickle now that I've done less weight, and because I'm doing less weight now, I have to do more sets.
Time was not on my side, and the weight that I was curling was not even putting a dent into the workout. So I decided to pivot and warm up my shoulders before going to every man's first gym crush, the chest press machine. And even though that I was fatigued, this one actually boosted my confidence because I was moving 180 pounds like butter.
Now, some people might think to themselves, wow, that guy over there has breast implants. Not true. It's just the pump is getting gnarly.
Now, the video won't do its justice, but when I mean fatigued, I mean I was really feeling it at this part. My sides kept cramping, my eyes were twitching, and no matter how much water electrolytes I was drinking, my mouth kept going dry. And this is the part when it starts to scare me.
Yeah, so my eyes are starting to get extremely heavy. I'm starting to drink a lot more water now. But all I'm looking forward to right now is a fat protein drink and my DoorDash order that's on the way.
Now, before getting my food, I had to utilize their relax and recovery area.
And this hydro massage is actually pretty cool because when I'm bored, I could just play games. I haven't played Minesweeper in so long, probably when I was like 6 or 7. So I'm gonna have to give it a try. And I actually used to be really good at it, so I'm gonna have to give it a try. Yeah, never mind. Well, y'all, we got lucky. My sponsor, Big Al, decided to bring me some canes to save the day. So this is huge for us. You're next.
Doing what?
£1,000,000.
Yeah, I do £1,000,000.
Alan isn't just a sponsor for the video. He's also one of my clients that I personal train. He didn't want to lose much weight, but wanted to lose body fat specifically, and man has he. He's lost about 5 pounds in 4 months, but more importantly, lost roughly 10% of body fat. But he's not just my client, I'm also one of his clients. Alan runs Skolai and Associates, and whenever I need help doing my taxes for myself or my business, he's the first person I call. He's also licensed in all 50 states, so no matter where you are, he can help you. So if you need someone to help you avoid taxes, then Alan is your guy. Possibly. Maybe. Don't hold us to that. But anyways, back to me suffering.
And just like all round twos in life, my load is gone and I'm constantly going limp. But the show must still go on.
And the only reason I did a second round of leg press is because I was at 483,870 pounds lifted, and I told myself that I need to be well over 500,000 pounds before the next day.
So after the second round of leg press, I was able to get 48,000 pounds, which pushed me over the marker of 500,000 pounds at a whopping 531,870 pounds. And my eyes are starting to get a little droopy and my words are slurring a little bit. I've probably had to restart this video maybe 3 times already because I wasn't making any sense. But now is the time to shower and get some freaking sleep. The gym is starting to die down a bit. So it's time for me to go crawl in my little hole and hibernate a little bit. This is gonna be where I'm sleeping. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty cozy and I get to watch a little bit of TV, so I made a video about it not too long ago, but I truly think that every single time I look at those Zumba classes, there's no such thing as like a bad day to them. Like, these workouts are absolutely killing me and it sucks. I feel like every time I look at them, they are having the most grand time every time. And I'm honestly jealous. I might start taking those classes when I'm done with this video just to help my mental state. Alright, I actually need to get some sleep, so good night everybody, and tomorrow we become millionaires. It is currently 7:26 in the morning and there are hella people here.
And when I woke up, I was in excruciating pain. My entire body was extremely sore, and the water pressure from the shower hitting my entire body just did not help. And I felt miserable, mentally and physically. But then something special happened.
So I'm feeling a little extra motivated today because both my sponsors showed up to do some of the lifts with me today. So they're gonna help me really sling some weight this morning, and we are closing in on that 1,000,000 pounds. So both sponsors are here today. I have zero plan going into this. I don't know how many sets and reps I'm going to do, so I'm just going to track my lifts, track the sets and the reps, and then we'll finalize a number once I'm done doing legs.
Now, even though I was in excruciating pain, it was really awesome to have my sponsor Alan and Dr. Chase suffer through the first couple exercises with me. And the plan was pretty simple. I'm going to do the exact same exercises yesterday that had a lot of high volume and weight being lifted, but the only difference in today was I was going to add just a little more weight.
Since they're enduring the pain with me today, I gotta have a word from my sponsors.
Welcome everybody. Dr. Chase from Double Branch Chiropractic and Rehab. We got Red over here, kind of being a little bit of a baby, only about 500,000 pounds in. He's got a little more to do here.
There we go.
Take care, guys. Good luck. Good luck, Red.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
And I for real needed as much luck as possible because no matter how much weight I was lifting, I felt like I was hardly scratching the 1,000,000-pound surface.
Now, I actually have no idea why I didn't do single leg press yesterday. My 5 foot not enough self was made for this single leg press. It is absolutely burning my legs, but I truly want to make the most of this exercise right here and never think about doing lunges again. This challenge is not physical anymore. This is just straight mental at this point because my body is legit shaking. My mouth is starting to get really dry. I truly believe that if I stop at this point, the entire thing would have been pointless.
Now, I'm only 3 leg exercises in, but my leg stamina has the same lifespan of a one-night stand.
I'm about to do seated calf raises because right now my calves are kind of feeling it a little bit. But I know for seated calf raises, they really target your Achilles more than anything. And I have to utilize every single inch of my body in order to complete this challenge. For some dumb reason I accepted. I haven't even hit the core yet. This is going to be a game changer because I'm about to do 185 pounds. And I'm gonna do 20 sets of 15 reps of this. Maybe even more reps. Okay, that first set felt so good. I bumped it up to 205 pounds. I'm gonna leave it there. This will be the best thing ever invented besides doors that let me out the gym when I lift 1,000,000 pounds.
Again, I needed to utilize every inch of my little 5 foot self. And this raised my weight being lifted to 757,695 pounds before even doing the push and pull section.
So I thought yesterday was going to absolutely cook my arms. And today my arms feel really good. So I'm going to take full advantage of this to do underhand lat pull downs. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. They're cooked. They're cooked. It was kind of hard to unravel my hand this morning, but I know that the only way I can get done with 1,000,000 pounds today is a lot of compound movements and heavy ones too. I genuinely don't know if I can finish this because I have like hundreds of thousands of pounds left.
My hands were cramping, my body was falling apart, and I was one bad rep away from becoming a gym decoration. So it was time for a quick break, then right back to work.
I'm giving my body a little break, knocking out another drink, and getting some food in my system right now. I think the hardest part of this challenge is how lonely it feels. Like I genuinely feel like an anabolic orphan right now. My body wants to give out right now, and every exercise is taking forever. But after all these hours and lifting all this weight, there's only one more thing to do, and that's to finish. Time to get back out there. I caught a second wind and everything changed. I was locked in, laser focused, and more motivated than ever. No matter how much it hurt, I refused to quit. I don't even want to lift my arms up anymore. But we are on set number 8 right now, and I could smell 1,000,000 pounds. It is right there, and I'm gonna save the best for last. Going back to the heavy hitter, 165 right here, 10 sets of 15. I might even drop 15 sets right here. We are closing in on 1,000,000 pounds. And after doing my last round of dips, I was now at 978,945 pounds, which led me to my last and final exercise. Will Tennyson, this last one's for you. We don't have the exact machine that you have, but we can make it work right here. 1,000,000 pounds. I'm right there at the finish line. Every rep, every sore muscle, and every moment of doubt led to this one final lift. I was sleeping on the hydro bed just to make it through the day. I was eating snacks and fast food just to get some calories in. My body felt completely broken, and mentally I was running on empty. But standing there, none of that mattered anymore. Not the pain, not the exhaustion, because after everything I'd sacrificed, there was only one thing left to do: finish 1,000,000 pounds. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. 1,000,000 pounds. Oh my god. Everyone watching this, I legit want to cry right now. This has been the hardest freaking challenge I can ever think of. I've done like 3 Spartan races. This sucks. I don't think I've ever been more excited to leave the gym and go home. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you enjoyed watching this video and watching me suffer, please subscribe to me, because it looks like I'm willing to suffer for some good content. And if I somehow get 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers from this, I might spaz out. Kind of like my body wants to spaz out after lifting 1,000,000 pounds. Comment down below the next challenge y'all want me to do. I'm getting the hell out of here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next challenge.